Mazel tov, my daughter just graduated with a master's degree in psychology from arguably the best university in Israel for her particular field. Nearly all the other students there were from very secular backgrounds in Tel Aviv and Hod HaSharon, and she was one of less than a handful of Orthodox women there. When someone asked her to speak about her background, she said, "I'm married to an Avrech, a Torah scholar, who immerses himself in Torah night and day, and I have no interest in changing who I am." She said, "I'm different to you. I respect you, and I respect what you have to teach me here, but I have no interest in becoming like you. And if I do become like you, then we'll both have lost. Because I treasure my religious values and my way of life, and you need skilled Orthodox women professionals in this particular field." She told me that she would never even dreamt of doing this master's in such an environment had it not been for her upbringing. Our house, thank God, has always seen a procession of Shabbos guests of all shapes, sizes, and persuasions, the weird and the wonderful. You can bring up your children in one of two ways. One alternative is to try and insulate them totally, to cut yourself off to the maximum degree from any negative lures of the secular world. But even this might not be hermetic enough. Alternatively, you can face the challenges of the modern world and give your children a pride and a love of Torah Judaism, and hope and pray very hard that you'll inoculate them against the cesspools of society. There's no guarantee in either choice. Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky comments on this week's Torah portion that Yaakov learned two Torahs, so to speak. One was the teachings of his father Yitzhak, which he learned in the first 63 years of his life. This was a Torah where father and son learned together in an atmosphere hermetically sealed from the corruption of Canaan. However, to survive the spiritually toxic environment of Haran in the company of Lavan, and his cohorts, Jacob needed the Torah of Shem and Ever. For Shem had lived together with the generation of the flood, and Ever had lived together with those who built the Tower of Babel. Yaakov's sojourn of 14 years in the yeshiva of Shem and Ever inured him to the spiritual dangers of Haran. To be a Jewish parent in today's world is an unprecedented challenge. To succeed, we also need those two aspects of Torah. We need the unshakable hermetic commitment and faith in the Torah that was given to us at Sinai. We need to study it with all our strength and fulfill all its mitzvahs, its commandments, down to their finest details, and not give way. And we also need the Torah of love, of tolerance, and of compassion. We need to be there for our children with unconditional love, however difficult life may be for them. We must inspire, and we must be inspired. And with these two Torahs, and with a lot of prayer and the help of Hashem, we'll protect our nearest and dearest from the worst that the world has to offer.